tell the scene of someone's dream. Baby, it's fine. You said that we should just be friends. Well, I came up with that line, and I'm sure that it's for the best. If you ever change your mind, don't hold your breath. Look, may not believe.
Streaming from your computer and from all over the world, or all over the internet, this is all Andy Alfred on ClayFan 2, 3. Now, your host, Andy Alfred. Andy, you're on. Oh.
It's a beautiful day, music's playing, and it's all in land. You will hear this boy complain, coming back that you're the one who got away. 'Cause it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, Michael Bublé. His new single, It's a Beautiful Day, is available now on iTunes right now as he gets ready for his new album to drop in May. And you know what? I love you guys, and welcome into a new edition of All Andy Alfred right here on ClayFan 2, 3. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the program. This is the final episode of the spring break season. We'll get back into the session when baseball season starts up and when we have the time of the break, of course. But welcome into the program. I am Andy Alfred, the host of All Andy Alfred. You can see the iPod's going in the background. We're getting pumped up. The end of the spring break is finishing up here. Again, we want to give a thanks to Kalahari Resort for hosting us on Wednesday and Thursday afternoon for our show on Wednesday. I also want to give a thank you to Nick DeVera from MLB.com for stopping in this week for our shows. It was a pleasure having him in the studio and being able to talk baseball and getting you set up for the baseball season. But first and foremost, we got to get into it tonight. Big action in the world of ice hockey. We also have a lot of action going on this evening in baseball. And, of course, you have the NBA. But we're not going to get into the NBA today. We'll get into that when we come back in the spring break, but we're going to get into the NHL first for you this afternoon. Last night, go Jackets! Jackets back-to-back wins as the Jackets beat the Vancouver Canucks last night 2-1 in overtime. RJ Umberger scored his 4th of the year. Matt Calvert gets the overtime winner off of a beautiful wrister for Matt Calvert. Sergei Bobrovsky gets the win. He stopped 33 shots on net, or Corey Schneider gets the loss. Henrik Sedin for the Vancouver Canucks scored his 5th of the season. But the Jackets continue the point streak. Go Jackets! As they continue to prove that they're one of the elites, and they're starting to build up in the standings. Other notable games in the NHL for you yesterday evening. The Islanders were a loser to the Rangers in overtime 2-1. In the Battle of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh gets the win 5-4 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Also, you had New Jersey winning in a shootout over Buffalo 3-2. Toronto loses to Boston 4-2. Montreal was a winner over Carolina 4-2. The Panthers get spanked by the Washington Capitals 7-1 yesterday evening. Winnipeg, go Jets, go! Winnipeg Blue right here, baby. 2-1 was the winner in that affair over the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Detroit Red Wings blanked the Edmonton Oilers yesterday 3-0. St. Louis was a winner 6-3 over Phoenix. And Dallas was a winner over the LA Kings 5-2. Jaromir Jagr scored his 8th and 9th of the season. Jonathan Quick gets the loss. Now this evening in the world of ice in the NHL will be Ottawa taking on the New York Rangers. That's a 7 o'clock start. 7:30 will be the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Florida Panthers. At 8, it will be the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Nashville Predators. 10:30 this evening, it will be the Calgary Flames taking on the Anaheim Ducks. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the Chicago Blackhawks hit the road with their 0-3 record, 45 points in the NHL, the best record in the NHL, the undefeated streak. They hit the road and they go on to Colorado without Patrick Sharp. It'll be very interesting to see. Maybe tonight might be the night that the streak might end. Looking at the since it's Friday, we're going to look at the standings right now. We're going to look at the top three in the Eastern Conference. Montreal is with 34 points. They're 15-5-4. Pittsburgh's in second. They're 16-8-0 with 32 points. Carolina is in third place. They have 27 points. They're 13-9-1. In fourth place is the Boston Bruins. They have 33 points. They're 15-3-3. Toronto is 15-10-0 with 30 points. Ottawa is 12-8-4 with 28 points. The Devils of New Jersey are 11-8-5 in their last games with 27 points. They've won one. And the New York Rangers round out the top 8 with a record of 12-8-2 with 26 points. The Winnipeg Jets are close. They're 11-11-1 with 23 points. Don't count out the Jets just yet. And rounding out, it is the Islanders, the Flyers, the Capitals, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, and Florida rounding out the rest of the Eastern Conference. In the West, the Chicago Blackhawks totally dominating the Western Conference right now with 45 points. Their next closest competitor is the Anaheim Ducks, who have 35, 10 more points. And Anaheim is 16-3-3 with 35 points. Vancouver, third in the Western Conference, first in the Northwest Division. Got beat up by the Blue Jackets last night. They're 11-6-6 with 28 points. Detroit is in fourth place. They're 12-8-4 with 28 points as well, too. The LA Kings are in fifth place. They're 12-8-2 with 26 points. San Jose is in sixth place. They're 11-7-4 with 26 points as well. You also have the Dallas Stars, who also have 26 points. Basically, from 5 down to 8, it's pretty much a deadlock. And then in ninth place, you have the Phoenix Coyotes. They have 25 points. The Columbus Blue Jackets are tied with Colorado for last place in the Western Conference. They both have 20 points. The Blue Jackets have 2 losses on top of Colorado, as Colorado is 8-10-4, and the Blue Jackets are 8-12-4. And like I said, tomorrow, the Blue Jackets will take on the Detroit Red Wings, D-Toilet, at 1 o'clock, 1:30 actually, at Nationwide Arena. It will be a very interesting game, to say the least. Will Vinny Prospel and R.J. Umberger work? And with the key loss of Derek Dorsett for the rest of the season, who's going to step up to fill up the role? We'll see what happens. We had baseball for you yesterday afternoon, and we'll recap some of the scores for you. The Chicago White Sox were winning over the Chicago Cubs yesterday, 8-3 in Cactus League play. How about this one for you, folks? The Minnesota Twins beat up on the Phillies 10-6. All right, and I say that because their split squad club lost to the Boston Red Sox yesterday. The opposite club, 12-5. Also in Cactus League play, you had Arizona losing to Milwaukee 4-3. Seattle 12, Kansas City 2. That's a big spanking right there. And the opposite club, that was a split squad for the Seattle Mariners, as they lost the second half of that game to the Oakland Athletics 7-3. A final from Goodyear, the Tri continues to roll. Pablo Jimenez gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 6.75 ERA as the Tri beats up on the defending World Series champion San Francisco Giants 6-4. Nick Swisher is batting over a 500 right now. He had a home run in the game. Jason Giambi also had his first of the season. Also, you had the Detroit Tigers beating up on the Atlanta Braves last night, 9-2 in the Worldwide Complex. Drew Smiley gets the win. He goes to 2-0 with a 0 ERA. Good for him to see that. And we have some live baseball action going on right now. Right now, at the top of the third inning, it is 11-1. The Atlanta Braves all over the Houston Astros. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Miami Marlins are on top of the New York Yankees 4-1. Top of the fourth in Lakeland, Florida. It is the New York Mets 1 and the Detroit Tigers 1. Luke Peconic on the hill for the Detroit Tigers in the top half of the fourth inning for the Tigers. Also, bottom of the fourth, you have Tampa Bay taking on Philadelphia 3-2 is the score right now. Top of the fourth inning as well. 8-2, St. Louis on top of the Washington Nationals. Top of the sixth inning right now is 5-1. Toronto Blue Jays on top of the Atlanta Braves. Also, late games for you this evening. Baltimore is on top of Pittsburgh. Baltimore will be playing at Pittsburgh, Minnesota is at Boston to play. And some of the Cactus League games. The Reds are on the road to play the LA Dodgers. Kansas City is on the road to play Colorado. The Cincinnati Reds will have a split squad. Like I said, they play the Dodgers. at Dodger Stadium, but they'll also have a home game at 9:05 at Goodyear. They'll take on the Chicago Cubs at 9:05. 3:05 start Texas at Milwaukee. 3:05 also the San Diego Padres take on the Chicago White Sox. The Cleveland Indians will take on the Kansas City Royals at 3:05 in Kansas City's facility. Kansas City 11-1 in spring training. The Indians are 10-5. Well, we have, like I said, today is a big day in the world of ice hockey. We have Northview is playing for the state championship at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Go Wildcats! We need you to bring home a championship for us. Go Wildcats! I mean, even though I have no friends that went to Southview, you gotta support the Wildcats. But the Bowling Green Falcons will now hit the road in the CCHA tournament. It'll take on the Lake Superior Lakers at 7:35 this evening. You can listen to that game on 88.1 FM WBGU with Chris Kernan and Kevin Myers. They'll be on the call for that one. They'll be doing the game tonight and tomorrow night and Sunday if necessary. That'll be very interesting. So go Falcons. Let's hope we can bring home another championship since this is the last year of the CCHA. Well, now let's take a look at the Walleye. Walleye are on the road this evening. They'll be in Cincinnati. They'll take on the Cincinnati Cyclones at 7:35. You can listen to that game on 12:30 WCWA. And then tomorrow night they will be on the road at Kalamazoo, 7:30 drop. This is, of course, the big road trip for them because the Monster Jams are at the Huntington Center this weekend. And that will finish up the weekend for them. Taking a look at the ECHL standings, the Walleye are in 5th place. Their record right now are 31-25-4 with 71 points. The top 3 teams are Cincinnati Cyclones with 83 points. It doesn't look like the Walleye are going to catch up to them and win the division. So Cincinnati probably will get the division. The Royals are in 2nd. Gwinnett is in 3rd. The Elmira Jackals are in 4th. The 5th place team, like I said, the Walleye. 6th is the Florida Everblades with 70 points. 7th is the Greenville Warriors. And 8th is the South Carolina Stingrays. And that cuts off the top 8 teams. Make the playoffs. Be very interesting. If the playoffs start today, they play the Elmira Jackals in a 4-5 matchup. So that would be very interesting. I like to say I want to thank you for tuning into all our shows. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. You're the best for a reason. You guys are amazing. I've been getting a lot of support from you guys as of late. You guys continue to show me some support, even though a lot of the haters out there in the world continue to rag me down and push me down. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. I love you. You know who you are. I want to thank you for all the great times so far. This great week we've had of the shows. We'll be back in the spring, of course. We'll be covering a lot of Mud Hen baseball, a lot of Tiger baseball as well, too. It's been a pleasure with doing this show for you guys for this special week. I want to thank you. God bless you. I'm going to take you out with some more of the Michael Bublé. I love you guys. And remember, as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially the Tigers, the Mud Hens, the Blue Jackets. Go Jackets! And to you at home, victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in the spring for another edition. Another edition of All Andy Alfred.
It's a beautiful day. I can't stop myself from smiling. If I'm drinking, then I'm buying. There's no denying. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Explain. And if it started raining, you will hear this boy complaining. 'Cause I'm glad it's all the world got away. 'Cause if everything I take up my time with thinking of a breakup, then you've got another thing coming your way. 'Cause it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Oh, baby, any day that you're gone away.
I love you, Melissa.
It's beautiful.